Hey there, Kevin. Three major problems with your criticism.
Forrest Valkai responded to a video in which I critique a claim that he made, and in his response he gets almost everything wrong. For reference, here's his central claim in the original video.
My position is that religion causes undue harm by its very existence.
Now, I don't have the time to point out all of the mistakes that he made in his video responding to me, so I'll focus on the main point, that he has not one damn idea what he's talking about.
Where rather than grappling with or even seriously addressing anything that I said in that clip, you just said that religion is difficult, if not impossible, to define, and I certainly didn't define it, and therefore we could be talking about capitalism or nationalism or Stalinism or any of these other ideologies. And that's just silly.
Yeah, it's not. It's actually a whole area of scholarship. See, scholars like Talal Assad and William Kavanaugh and Jose Casanova have written whole books on the subject. In fact, William Kavanaugh's book, The Myth of Religious Violence, is a more or less direct response to the kinds of claims that Forrest was making in the video I was responding to. In their genealogies of the concept of religion, they've pointed out that religion is a modern concept, that it was created to justify and obscure the violence of modern states and economic systems, that it functions as a part of Western imperialism by sidelining and ridiculing foreign cultures, and that for all of its rhetorical function, it's not a useful analytical category because there is no functional definition thereof. Again, the fact that you don't get that this is a serious criticism of your claims means that you don't understand the first thing that you're talking about. And to point this out, we can just take an example from your response.
Or what about the founding fathers of this country who talked about separation of religion and government? Do you think that they might have been talking about nationalism or capitalism or communism? Or do you think that they knew exactly what they meant, and so do you?
So the claim here is the founding fathers must have known what religion was. This is a ridiculous claim for anybody who has studied the concept of religion. The founding fathers put in a qualification saying you could not establish a religion, and then Congress immediately established the position of a chaplain that would say prayers before all sessions. They thought that they protected against this establishing a religion because they changed the denomination of the chaplain. The Capitol of the United States has a painting in the top of it that's called the Apotheosis of George Washington. That is George Washington becoming a god. National monuments in Washington, D.C. are literally based on Greek temples, complete with the statues of the god inside. They're just founding fathers. We claim not to establish a religion, but for much of our history, we required people to pledge allegiance to a flag, a symbol so sacred that it couldn't come into contact with the profane ground, lest you have to burn it ritually. In the United States, we can't have a religion, but you can entirely base policy on the idea that the invisible hand of the market is guiding everything in history. Don't even get me started on the problem of what counts as a religious institution as opposed to a political institution in terms of taxation. Why do we end up with this intellectual and practical mess? Well, scholars will tell you that some things got categorized as religion and other things got categorized as politics and as economics, in part to sort out which things we should be critical about. And it turned out that nationalists and capitalists loved us focusing all of our criticism on this religion thing and ignoring the violence of states and economic systems. And the founding fathers were exactly in that generation that was producing this rhetorical effect. The claim of scholars is not like religion good, non-religion's bad. It's that the whole apparatus of thinking that there are things that are religions that are associated with problematic things, and then there are non-religions, obscures our ability to be critical of all social institutions. Forrest's claim in the video that I was critiquing, comparing atheism to religion, is a part of the problem. There is a deep irony in hosting like 5 call-in shows that advocate for critical thinking and intellectualism while opposing religion. while participating in a modern myth-making project that opposes critical thinking and not even knowing what scholars in the area say. So no, I don't think I'll be calling in anytime soon.